Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Catalyst Corner. We have another great show for you today. We have 3 new tickers to look at this week. And once again, if you love to slap the ask, then slap that like button below and feel free to subscribe. But if you are a market dumping, bid selling, paper handed little jack, then you can feel free to hit the dislike button. Let's jump into the tickers. Before we jump into this week's picks, let's take a look at how we did last week. First ticker, APTY. As you can see, it had a 27% increase in last week's video. I had us in this channel. I have not touched these lines in any of these tickers from last week. We were sitting in the 1-4 range, and I said in that video that if we come down, we're going to touch this support line. And hopefully, if it read the script, it's going to go right back up, and it did. So we're sitting at 0.180 right now for a 27% return last week on APTY. Let's take a look real quick at IFAN. IFAN had broken out last week. It did have a dip, but then it went on another run. In the video, I said we had crossed this point of resistance, and so that should now become support. I said I wasn't sure if we would touch this high or not, but I knew we would be testing this next line of resistance, and what do you know? We did that this week as well. If we break that resistance, look for new highs coming out of IFAN as well. Let's take a quick look at FBCD. Once again, it was trading in this channel, and I said we were looking for this breakout. We broke out of this resistance. We broke out of this resistance, and as I said last week, there is not any more resistance until we get up here to the 3-cent range. So if this breaks and holds above 2 cents, look for FBCD to take off with IFAN. They both should be getting news this week on merger candidates. Last ticker from last week was BZWR. In the technical analysis, we were sitting right in this range. I said my theory was we would break this point of resistance and we would actually consolidate above that line. We did not break that resistance. We actually stayed below, but we are still consolidating, and you can see this wedge forming. I look for this week to break out of that wedge, and I feel like this is going to take off as well. Guys, none of these tickers that I give you are quick swing trades. I'm looking long term. And once again, this is all my opinion. Do your own DD. Okay, guys, first ticker of the week is UMGP, Universal Media Group. This company has a lot of things going for them. As you can see down here at the bottom, these are their Universal Media Group verticals, as they're calling them. They have a Before the Fame, On the Mic, Sugar and Sherm, High School Icon, and they are coming out with the NFTs. This is a fantastic little company. And as you can see, if you click on these, please go to the website and do your own DD. They have a lot of content here with a lot of famous individuals as well. One of the most exciting things is this high school icon. There's going to be an app, kind of like a TikTok app, where high school students can present their talent, and it'd almost be like an American Idol type situation, where there'll be Hollywood judges who are actually out looking for new talent to possibly sign these individuals to contracts. So this is huge news as well for the company. A lot of good things coming out. They also just tweeted out on Friday, looking forward to some exciting things to come. And as you can see, this is a retweet from Pitbull, which makes you think there is possibly some kind of connection there with UMGP and Pitbull, which is also exciting. The news, however, that I feel like this is going to be is they are looking for distribution partners, and I feel like some of this content that they have, possibly Before the Fame or some of these others, they will be looking for a distribution partner who is going to pay for their content to use. So that is something to look for. If that's the catalyst coming, that could be big money for this company, and that could send this stock flying. One of the reasons that it could send this stock flying, as you can see here, the market cap is 55 million, but the float is insanely small. This is completely locked up. So any kind of volume whatsoever could send this ticker flying. As of August 2021, they are also looking to uplist to QB. So they have also engaged in PCAOB compliant accounting firm to assist in that uplisting. So that is exciting news. So they're looking to uplist. There's a lot of good things coming to this company. Let's take a quick look at their ticker. Okay, guys, here's the chart for UMGP. We do have a downward channel that we are trading in. I personally like to try to find the bottom of these stocks. I don't like to buy high. I'd rather buy low and sell high. Back here in August, we did take off. Once again, this is a low float stock, so it is going to move extremely easily. If we break out of this downward channel, I fully expect this to make another little bull run here, especially if there is news coming out this week. We also have this point right here that is now what I consider a point of support. So we're sitting right there in the 220 range in an area that I feel like is supporting. You can see right here at this green candle, it did try to bounce right here. So we will see what happens this week. Keep an eye on UMGP this week and keep it on your watch list. Our next ticker on the list is PJET, PJET, which has a minute market cap of $8.9 million. It is currently pink current. The great thing about this company, it is a merger candidate that we are looking at. And OG Tigress on Twitter, if you're not following her, you need to give her a follow. She is the DD queen. She has put together that ALYI and modus and IQST possibly are merging with PJET. So if that happens, that will be a huge merger. These companies are EV companies that are building electric motorcycles. If you look at another tweet to put two and two together, she put out from Revolt, which is AYLI, says, "Hi, is Modus planning to become tradable as another entity or subsidiary? Sign off of ALYI. They have 200 patents." And they replied, "Modus owns a major stake in ALYI. They have no plans on becoming another subsidiary. In the future, they have plans to acquire or merger with Modus." This tweet on September 2nd was taken down, so that is significant. If we look at Modus, who are they? It says they have over 20 years of global experience with more than 200 patentable claims. This is the EV motorcycle, which you can see is called Revolt, which is a prototype, and that is exactly who ALYI is. So they are definitely working together, obviously, on this EV motorcycle. So if this merger actually comes through and OG Tigress is correct, PJET is going to go through the roof. So let's take a look real quick at the chart. Okay, guys, here is the chart for PJET. This is trading exactly the way AAPT did last week. We are trading in this upward channel. It is having an issue with resistance here at the 120 mark for some reason. And this is the day chart. So all week long, this thing has bounced off of this. What I like about that, however, is that is some very strong consolidation. And once this consolidation breaks and we break this line of resistance, this thing is going to take off, because if you come back here, there is very little resistance after that. We do have these super large candles, but I don't consider that as much resistance. I think once we break this 0.1 or this 1.31 cent mark, PJET is off to the races. So keep an eye on PJET. It could be a monster in the making. Okay, our last ticker of the day is Aveda. We did a CEO interview on the channel with them a couple months ago. They have a lot of exciting things coming out. This is an AI company. They can take your existing cameras and turn it into AI technology. They actually have an app that you can download on your phone, and it turns your phone into AI technology. So it can do face recognition. It can do license plate recognition. They are in the works of trying to get some big deals with some major governments. They can do things in school systems. They have contracts with schools for safety features. They have contracts with police stations for safety features. This could be a monster company, and I really like their CEO, David Lee. He is out there on the ground. They're not out here just pushing and trying to jump their stock price up so they can dilute it. They're out there working on their business, trying to build something huge for the future. Their goal is NASDAQ, and I believe that they're going to get there eventually. So this is a very good stock to keep an eye on as well. They have went through the process of trying to uplist to QB. That should be coming any week now. And it would not surprise me if that comes this week, because I believe they gave that information out about 2 weeks ago, that everything was taken care of. And so it should have been 2 weeks from then when they would be uplisting to the QB market. So keep an eye out on Aveda. Not a lot of people talking about this stock. It moves on ice. It has a large spread, so the liquidity is a little low. But any volume on this thing whatsoever sends it 100%. So keep an eye on IVDA is the ticker symbol. It's going to be hot as well. Let's jump into the chart real quick. Okay, guys, here's the chart. As you can see, it is just staying in this channel between 0.48 cents and 0.72 cents, but it moves like crazy. You might have a bid sitting at 0.50 with an ask sitting at 0.62. So take a look at your entry on this. You might can put in a bid price and get filled very low, and that thing jumped 20%. with just 2 purchases. It's kind of insanity how quickly this thing moves. We are sitting right here at this resistance of 0.48. I've not seen it there in a long time, way back in August. It did hit as high as 0.75 roughly in September, but back here its highs is $1. Once again, I expect any kind of news whatsoever, this thing uplists to QB, and they actually come out and put out some sort of PR on a large deal that they have with their company, this thing could fly 100% with ease. Easily could go from 0.62 to $1 in a day without an issue whatsoever, because it moves so quickly. So take a look at it, pull up their website, do your own DD. But once again, another great ticker for you to take a look at. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, if you have a ticker that you would like for us to take a look at next Sunday, please put those comments down below and we'll do some research into it and see if it meets all of our criteria for what we feel like is going to be a great stock. You guys have a great week.